So service-based is an interesting one. I think this is probably a tougher one because it requires you to trade time for money. So service-based is obviously performing a service in exchange for coin. An example of that, my masseuse, she comes every Wednesday to my place and I get a remedial massage. She's actually a social worker. That's not her main job. She does it in the evenings and early mornings where she performs massages for extra cash.
There you go.
Great side hustle.
Well, we could talk about our podcast studio right now if we look at our crew. So we've got somebody that's just recently graduated. Good on you, Chris. Congratulations. In a degree that's totally different from videography, but his side hustle is helping run our studio.
That's it.
So it's a perfect example live while we're sitting in here. Don't edit that out either way. But that's the reality of what you can do if you're open-minded to see what else is out there. So service-based is a huge one. You look at people that perhaps teach martial arts, for example, and they've had an expertise in that skill. And I've gone through this myself previously with different things. You get someone to come to your house, they school and coach you on that one thing that they're particularly good at, and it's generally quite lucrative too, because one-to-one is expensive versus doing it through one-to-many.
The risk I would see with that, obviously, it's, as you said, it can be quite lucrative, so you can be well paid for it, and massages aren't cheap, neither are martial arts teachers, of course. The thing is, you don't want it to take away from your main job.
No.
And I think if it's taking up too much time, too much bandwidth to the point where you're so tired and so overrun because you're rushing around trying to do everything else except your actual job, it's probably at that point going to be diminishing returns.